Well, that's coming up now. So Monday, we're not going to be battling against each other nearly as much. We're going to start doing some stuff to prepare ourselves for Austin Peay and really for the first 3 weeks of the season. So it's a little bit of a unique time here. School's starting, and to have these next 4 days where we got to get some routines to how we'll do a true game week, to teach them the expectations we have, and also to prepare for Austin Peay as well.
The excitement, the energy you were talking about, are those guys kind of meeting your expectations of what you want them to have when they do take the field?
They do. I mean, again, we have an expectation through camp, and it doesn't change. And some days they need a little bit more prodding than others, and when it's not there, we need to provide it. So this is a group effort. There's not one guy that I can say that goes out there and is the guy that provides it every single day. Some days it has to be somebody different. Some days it has to be the coach. Some days you got to do some different things to generate it. But they know that that's what it's really about.
You expect Ross back sometime soon to be up, get back there and practice?
Yeah. We're kind of, we're in a little bit of limbo, just not knowing exactly. Hoping maybe that next week he can feel better and at least get back in there, and then we'll try to get a good plan for how we're going to go forward probably after Monday.
Ross is obviously dealing with some adversity with that injury. How do you kind of test these other guys under adversity? How do you kind of get them to respond to adverse conditions in a way that is a positive way?
Well, if you'd happened to be here in January, we tried to create adverse conditions. And then all of February, all of March in the weight room, we tried to create adverse conditions. And then we put the weight room in a bubble, and it was maybe 100 degrees out there for most of the day, so we created some adverse conditions. And then really at practice, I tell them it's very intentional. We're on you, and I'm on you, and I'm pushing you and hollering and screaming for a reason, to try to get you prepared for what it's going to be like when there's 45,000 people in here, or 110,000 in the second week, that you're used to that pressure, whether it's me or coaches or us all over you, or the nation of the 2 million people on TV or the people in the crowd.